This is what Izuku has Thanos' powers and abilities. This is the first half because the first half my video got my device turned off, so this is the continuing part of it. So when my device cut off, so it was Izuku's business was booming. So every month Izuku got millions and millions each day. Inko and his sister and All Might never know about Izuku and his business because All Might was still at overseas. So Inko took the chance to kick Izuku out. So when Izuku know that Inko will kick him out because he was quirky, so she was trying to kick him out. So before Inko could kick him out, he already packed all of his things before. You know, Inko was planning it night, but she was talking it out. So Izuku knew that she was planning to kick him out. So he packed his things, and his mansion is already built. Let me show you how his mansion will look. This is his mansion. So when you know that, so he, before anything happened, he called his driver. He called his driver, and his driver came, and he told him not to beep, just call him on his phone. So Izuku told him a specific time. They said it's like 1 o'clock in the night, so on 2 o'clock there, Izuku gave his stuff to the driver and told him to drop this off at his mansion in his room. Give it to the maids. The maids know where the room is. So the next day, Inko decided to kick him out of the house that day. So where some down, Inko said, "No food for you. Also, pack your things and leave. We don't want you here anymore." Izuku then cheered and said, "Finally, I get to leave you." And like they like say in Japan, I don't really know what this was. Let's just say that, yeah, like something that we say you don't belong to this parent, and Sonics can adapt to what you won't go into the orphanage. So he gave Inko his papers. He said sign them. Inko didn't really read it, so she went and just hurry up and signed it and gave him. So Izuku then carried to the area. Is the area he get it from? He told him, he can say once the parents sign, you can carry it back. So Izuku then took it and carried back straight to the people. So his driver didn't came to pick him up. He said like he has like his phone has, when he took out his phone, it was a very high model. Inko know that phone costs over millions of dollars. So Inko asked him, "Where did you get the money to buy the phone?" Because she never gave Izuku that much money. Izuku then said, "That's for me to know and you not to find out." So when Izuku just went outside, he pressed a button on his phone, and this car drove out. So this car drove out. When Inko saw this car, her mouth dropped open. Then Izuku then stepped in. So except for I already know which positive still. I really don't know nothing about Japan, so they say that Izuku have his own driver's license. So Izuku then stepped into his car. Inko then said, "You don't have a driver's license. You could get arrested for this." Izuku said, "Oh, I have my license." So he said, then he just drove off, went straight to his mansion. So they say in his mansion is a training area. He has 5 bedrooms, all rooms equipped with bathrooms and 2 living room, a pool in the backyard. In the basement you have gaming room. Is it anything that a man dreams about is in that mansion? So even Izu has a training room. So while this was happening, Izuku so so in that time it was the UA entrance exam. It was in a month, so in a month it was UA entrance exam. During that month, Almight came back. He was supposed to spend 1 more year there, 1 more year there, but it was no there was no need for him to be there. So he came home and found that Izuku was not home. Inko lied about Izuku being killed by a villain. So All Might broke down in tears. So All Might was the only one who felt sorry except for his sister. So Inko and Inko and his sister never really felt sorry. So All Might recognized this and said, "You don't care." They said, in turn, I said, I shouldn't have picked you for my successor. I made a huge mistake. That's why you are not able to use any of One for All power, because your heart is not pure. This is yeah, your heart needs to be pure to use One for All. So he said your heart is not pure. That's why One for All doesn't. That's why you cannot use One for All. And he said, Inko, I would like a divorce. Because you are cruel. So then, Inko and him got a divorce. So you see that Inko and All Might and his sister were living in a mansion. So when they took it to court, the Inko won the court. So she took her daughter, but she couldn't get half of all my properties. So Inko they end up left and never have nowhere to live. One thing she could have ended up did was to call Izuku. When she called Izuku, a lady's voice picked up the phone and said, This is Izuku's. Hold on." So Inko called Izuku, and when she called Izuku, she said in a threatening manner, to say, "Let me live in your house." Izuku then said, "Why should I do that?" Hold on, give me a minute again. So Izuku then said, you actually threaten me so you can live in my house." Izuku has 2 jobs, but the his second job is the most richest, is the most best one. everyone only know about the second one. They still don't know who ruled the first one. All they know is that they don't know who ruled the number one, number two biggest company. They say yes, there was a company was in the first rank, but this Izuku started at only 1 month, only in 2 months. If in only 1 month, in only 1 year, it outranked the Momo, the Yazarozu family, outdoing them. So they are so two can be outdo them. So while this was happening, so so if even Inko manages for one of his jobs, he still have another job to support him. So he's still very rich. He's very very rich. So he's going to say, how about this? Just because you're my family, I will only give you an apartment. You will not live in my house. You will live in your apartment. You will live in an apartment. You will have to look your own jobs. Hold on. So he said, I will give you an apartment. Maybe not a job. He said, okay. So he said, let me think about it. It took 3 minutes to think about it. He said, okay, I will give you a job. I will pay. You pay. You will work for me. You will get paid. Because like say, when Izuku was living in Inko, only way he could live in the house was for him to pay them. You had to work in the house, so he could live there. So Izuku will be buying them an apartment, and they will be working. Izuku will not buy them any luxurious one, just a regular apartment with a room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. So while this was happening, our mind figured out that Izuku is actually living in a mansion, and he's making. You never know what he's making more money than him, but Izuku's mansion is bigger than All Might's. See, like All Might is the number one hero, but Izuku is making more than the number one hero. Most of the low-ranking heroes are ranking up due to Izuku's tech. So quirkless kids, quirkless male kids are actually making into the hero society. So Izuku is actually making a lot more money than the number one hero. He built orphanages for like quirkless kids that parents does not want them. He built an orphanage for them. And since they know that Izuku was the one who gave them the orphanage, all of the kids there, Izuku always come there to play with them. So Izuku is their hero. Not all right, not anyone. He is their hero. Like say, like where they are, the orphanages are not great. They are very, very bad. You don't get bed, you sleep on concrete floors. You get one once a meal every day. But in Izuku's orphanage they get a bed, comfortable bed, and lots of and 3 meals a day. Izuku is also bought them clothes. So it got to a point that Izuku is so rich that he doesn't even need to work to be how rich he really is. If you hear noise in the background, sorry about that. And so back to it. So Izuku is so rich now that he doesn't even need a point to work. He just hired a sideman to do his work. Let's say that his sideman was one of the was one of his trusted friends. Very trustworthy. So he became Izuku's right hand man and ruled Izuku company. So they still don't know that he is the boss. All they know is that he is the one that fills in for the for the boss spaces, but the boss is the one that still makes the plan. So a month late, so while this was happening, um, Darkseid and Superman was training Izuku. So yeah, I know Izuku is 60% strong as Darkseid and 59% strong as Superman. So then the Izuku Izuku went to the UA entrance exam. When Izuku went to the UA entrance exam, All Might saw Izuku. When he saw Izuku, he started to burst up in tears. So then he ran outside very fast, but he thought that Izuku couldn't make it into, so he thought that it was like a recommendation because Izuku was very smart. So he thought Izuku got into recommendation. But Nezu told him that it was not recommendation. So while this was so when Izuku went in, Izuku dominated the test. He outsmarted Nezu on the test. When Momo found out that Izuku beated her, so then it was the hero versus villain exercise. Hold on. No, for shit off me, no problem. Nah, shit off me. Things man. They're done. So Izuku, after he defeated most of them, he only left like a quarter of them left. The rest to let's try again. So he had taught some of the kids that were more in danger, having them score points to get in. So Izuku got a lot of hero points. So him eating sorry about that. So let's continue. Izuku oh sorry let's continue. So But Izuku he got a lot of points in he rescuing. He just went up to this. He flew up into the sky, and we started waiting for the timer to run out. So, as the timer ran out, he finished. So while he was leaving, so after Easier when it came on, all he did was shoot a laser that through the robot's head, destroying it completely. So as a corona, someone's stuck into my throat. Okay, so so Izuku, after his 0 point was destroyed, Nezu had to let out 2 more 0 pointers. All he did was shoot laser to both of their heads. So Raka never got stuck under the rubble. They said Uraka did get stuck on the rubble. Izuku destroyed the robot. She was able to remember that she had a cord to lift up it. So she did that. So now Uraka, so Izuku never saved Uraka. So Izuku, so after all this training, after all this training, after all the exam was finished, Ame came down to greet Izuku. And he was using one for all, 100% coming straight to Izuku. And he immediately hugged Izuku. Izuku knew that Ame didn't care about him. He just said he was too busy and Ink was forcing him. But Ame asked him, why don't he come back and live with him? And he said, nah, I'm fine. So then he said the school knows my address, so ask for it and you will come and see it. You can come and see me. So then he pulled out his phone out of his pocket to get his car. So when everyone saw it, this car pulled over, everyone mouths dropped open. So when when all them mouths dropped open, either you can come up to Izuku and say, you are not supposed to drive a car without a driver's license. All the heroes also came out to say that. Izuku then said, that's where you're wrong. I actually have my driver's license. Of the teacher's mouth dropped open. They showed them his driver's license. They said, well, we can't do nothing about it, so let's just leave him be. So also Uraka in this one is a gold digger. Sorry about that. So Uraka then said in her mind said, he's rich, so might as well try to be with him. So after a week, Izuku got the entrance exam. No, screw a week. In 3 days, Izuku got the entrance exam. He got his acceptance letter. Sorry about that. So Izuku was the first one because only Izuku got his one first because he's way too powerful. So also Izuku said that he has he's quirkless. So they wanted to know what oh so they wanted to know what was his quirk. Uh we were not so see most of those it kept happening. So this got here. Izuku then we opening he saw All Might. He said young Midoriya or and he said nah I'm not say that. My son, well done. You have defeated my high score. They say that Inko was also listening to this. So she was surprised that Izuku managed to get his one first before his daughter. But Inko knew that if she shared the breast in, Inko knew that if she breasted, she can lose her job, lose her apartment, and live on the street again. So she managed to get, so she couldn't do nothing. As it be, Izuku then said to her sister that if you get accepted into UA, then you may not you will not work until time's right. So after some time, so Izuku kept up most so Izuku began to his Inko starts seeing the two men appear randomly. Not really randomly but most every time. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, still got stuck in my throat so I had to drink what to send up. So Izuku Inko starts seeing this is two men randomly appearing. They all seem very powerful. So she couldn't answer anything because if she asked anything, they could tell Izuku that Izuku got me. And she could get me lots of problem with Izuku. So she kindly asked the two men to train her daughter. So the two men asked him, what is your daughter's quirk? Our power. Inka said her power is strength enhancement. He said, can it increase? He said, no, she has never trained in her life. He said, well then let her train. I don't care, let her train. If she can land 100 punches on online, then I will train her. So, dang it. So after this training, so they all of them, so two men went off to Izuku. They began to train Izuku again. Now Izuku is now 80% strong at darkside and 79% strong as Superman. So, so Darkseid was wondering if in that year would he be as strong as us? I'm also adding this to Izuku's gene. Like, it's he had like have like a part of his gene can also then multiply his power. If his power multiply, it will look like this without the electric. This is how buff Izuku is. But he won't have this here. He have like all he will do like this here, but be spiked up more. So this is spiky. So Izuku was feeling alone, and he finally figured that he felt a power deep within himself. So he tried to unleash that power. So once he and that feeling is like the Kaioken, but it is based on your wrath and anger. But if you have perfect control of it, you can use it whenever you want. So Izuku then use it. Once he use it, his power went up when skyrocket. Thanos Darkseid in the felt this immense power. Not sense it, but felt that much power or the pressure of the power. So once he felt the enormous pressure, he immediately dropped to his knees. See how much of power Izuku's with now. So that power double his strength. Just like the Kaioken, double it. Izuku's pretty strong. So then the first thing Izuku's using, he managed to he passed out. Also Superman fell to his knees when he felt his power. So once the next day Izuku began to train and had one fall to much control. So in the second and his last day, ready to go to UA, he was able to control. He was able to tap into it. So they say that UA had its own dorm. Izuku didn't register for dorms. You were not supposed to see that. Okay, this is Izuku's hero suit. So Izuku then Izuku was able to tap into it, but without losing his mind, going berserk and passing out. So he's able to tap into that, but he cannot control. He can control it for 1 hour. So he then left to UA. So Aizawa gave him their dorm keys, but Izuku didn't collect his dorm key. So everyone was telling him to go and collect his dorm key. Izuku then said, "Nah, I'm gonna live in my house." So then I said Izuku had two mansions. This was his house. And this was his house near to UA. So he went to this house and he had this car there. So 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 later on in the day, I said that this is now as our class now. So as I said, correct students. Okay, let's put it this way. The alright brats. It's time for to do a correct apprehension test. No, yeah, it's time for you to do a correct apprehension test. So he told him to change. Izuku change. Once once he was training, I want to do the battery thing, so in the change room thing. So when they reach out, as I throw the ball to Izuku catch it. And he said, you got the high score. I want you to throw this ball as far. No, wait, before that, he said, what's the highest score you got in middle school? He said, 160 meters. So I said, the one said, 150 meters without your quirk? He said, okay. I want to see how strong you are. Don't use your quirk now. And fling it. He's going to fling it and it went 100. He just used it to its lowest degree. And it's like a normal throw for him, but without using most of his power. So he's going to fling the ball and it went 1,000,000 meters. That's what I said. I said, don't use your quirk. I didn't. The speed that I used during the entrance exam, that wasn't. I didn't even use my power. Okay. I will see that from before through. So throw it again without using your quirk. Then fling. As you flinging as a activated his quirk. So it still went 1,000,000 meters. I said, well, seems like you were telling the truth. Then he said, now throw it with your power. It's okay then use 50% of his power. And he flinged it. It broke the sound barrier 2 times. And he also broke through the moon. And it a little bit, almost broke reality. It's a little bit. So he said, arrow. So this has never happened in entire history, if you will. But this was happening. Ahmed was watching this, so he said, he's even more powerful than One for All. Dang, he's too powerful. So he said, okay, school's over, you can do whatever you want. Or you can just leave. You can just go to your dorms. Or just go home. Ruka then came up to Izuku and said, would you like to go get something to eat? And they said, no, I'm good. I'm going to choose the ship. This is the ship. Well, without this, I cannot use this ship. But without the same uniform. In the UA uniform. And her quirk will be called magic. More like thunder. But you can use use lightning to teleport So our code is more like is lightning. Just you say lightning more better than Denki. So what Izuku when Izuku first saw her, Izuku actually liked her. He didn't know why he just felt his heart beating very fast. So then she asked him out, and he said she asked her if they could get something to eat. She didn't say Izuku didn't say yes. Uraka Uraka in the back part was actually speechless. Hold on. Also, Rias and Ise is actually in this one. Ise is one with the magic, but the accent like it's almost like complete burned you to nothing. It's not really fire, it's just like how it looked in High School DxD, that's how Paul looks. And Ise is one is called Red Dragon armor. So Ise Izuku, Ise, Rias, and Akuna will be good friends. But Ise, what Rias would actually like is Ise, Rias would actually like Ise, and Akuna will like Izuku, and Ise will like Rias, and Izuku like Akuna. So they went to a restaurant. Very fun to them. Okay, sorry about that. So when they went to the fancy restaurant, once Issa saw this, they say Rias is pretty rich, but not. She is the third most richest company, and Yazarus are the fourth most richest company. But the Rias company is actually teaming up with the number two business, two second most richest company. So uh so so they're pretty much rich, but what they say Rias Summon cannot buy this car. So Rias Summon couldn't buy this car. You could buy a high brand like this, this. So not this. So Akuna and Izuku went out to this car. I went to the fancy restaurant. But everyone also saw this guy. The mob dropped over and said, he has two cars and they're very expensive at least. So after that went on. They said Akno family died. So Akno is actually living alone. And because Akno actually living in a bad Akno actually living in a very bad neighborhood. So Izuku then came and said, when they took they reached there, Izuku said, this can be the way you live. Now, Packy thinks we're going my place. And he said, but if the snow teacher to the student said, I don't care. Again, get things and let's go. So 1 hour later, I could not left. I came to Zuko and Zuko put the things in the car. And then they drive off to his house. But I couldn't saw this house. I'm not the shop open. They said this house has actually a barrier around it. Because of his tech, this house has a shield. And she is very big. You can read from his house to the other side of it to cover UA, Wolf UA area. And doing this, so his tech is so good that if you die doing this, doing his first year, you will not die. You'll be instantly healed and bring back to life. It's like doing this mind slaying. It's a very powerful magic. So he can create a portal and he can create first phase and resurrect people. So hold on. So once he so after that, so for the past 1 month everything was going normal, nothing out of the ordinary. So doing this, they no one still doesn't know who the two mysterious owners are. But when so like in the second week he said, let's say during this month, during the month, Izuku actually revealed himself. And everyone was at a shock. Then we doing some research about him and found out that yes. So I said about that. So let's continue. So why is so everyone's still shocked, so they did research and figure out about his backstory. They they end up found out that Izuku mother and sister actually hated him, and they kicked him out at a very young age, and he built his own company. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not 5 minutes. Oh, so pause. So let's continue now. So I cannot told. So Izuku told them that she would be their new master. Also, she is his girlfriend because he already know that Akuna already liked him, and he already liked Akuna. Actually, for example, he could. This is the ability I'm already know. He is able to see into the future, but he not like can see like when the eye how far the eye can see. You can see like a good amount of distance. Like for example, the friendship. You can know when how long they may be friends for. And this is other one. He's able to teleport to any place, any part of the universe, anywhere. and to he has immortality. He and also he can share his immortality with anyone. So when Akano heard this, she immediately went into straight blush. Blush overdrive. Better than a potato. Not potato, tomato. It was red. So they didn't even know each other very good. Izu gave they never slept in the same bed. This was what Akano said. But Izu wanted to sleep in the same bed with her, so Akano said that why don't you sleep in the same bed until you know each other more better. Izu said that Izuku known Akano Issei and Rias for a very long time. So in that they didn't know that Izuku was actually rich. But he already know that Akano already liked him, so before he was even rich. So they were so the next day they went to the USA. And they went to the USA. Uraraka they wanted to sit beside Izuku, but before he could sit beside Izuku, he thought Izuku was going to sit in a spot. So she went to that spot and sit. But before Izuku would sit there, Akano called him. They went up. So Izuku went there and sit next to her. But Ida and Rhea sit behind her. And Ida came there and sit. They said Ida had a crush on Ochako. But because she was so he found out that he thought Izuku was avoiding her. But when Dini came to use the attack, Izuku got dropped by accident. But his guy was but his guy could jump. It was his guy's job. The normal no one was paying attention. Izuku's master's laser and used it as tears. And then when he fell, it came down, the lasers, and it flew around. Went up to the top of the normal's head and just straight through. Destroying the normal. Killing it. Because this can show his laser. He went in and made both through all of Korigiri. It went through Kirigiri with arm area is instead of his belly or whatever he called, went through it. I went and made a lot. I mean, a lot of holes there. I went to Shigaraki's hand and feet. So Kirigiri needs to contact All For One. They often came out often when and grabbed straight to Izuku's head to try to take away his core. Before he could, Izuku saw this happening, jumped back and kicked All For One directly in his face. and then do a double flip. I'm gonna do a double flip in the air and slam him to the ground. But you afterward use quirk and get rid of and get all of the students out of there. But as you can, he managed to grab Toka. He was able to grab Toka. So when he was able to grab Toka, and he can push Todoroki. So Todoroki is ice and froze Toka. And he also grabbed twice. So they were able to freeze both of them. So that's no more normals. And the rest one on the leftovers no only leftovers. So Izuku then began to train with Akun also met Superman and Darkside. They knew magic user. So someone that is very good with landing in the Adventures universe. She began to start training Akun on her lightning. So Akun is 30% in. So after the after the USC attack. So everyone was still in shock. So it's very very shock, but as I said, they give you 1 week, give you 3 days to rest off, and 1 week to train. So Izuku and she, Izuku and Akuna left. So you say Inko never liked it, Issei, and she never liked Issei, Narias, and Akuna, because they were friends of Izuku, not friends of her daughter. But so during this time, Izuku and once they get together, making it official that they are dating. So when this happened, Issei and Rias managed to get together. So Akuna is now fully 30%. Akuna can actually take on the hero that in that universe and beat her. And now she's 30% strong armor. So All Might decided to give her one fraud. So one for all were okay with this because her heart was very pure. Her heart was very pure, so she one for all worked with her. And once Akuno got one for all, But for didn't do nothing, but as long as she got one for all, power, so it go very, very sparkling out. All around the place, sparkling out. You know, fella. With a made her so, that power was out. So, here I'm gonna leave it off. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Peace.